Hello, and thanks for joining us. Today I'd like to demonstrate deploying our test app called Jupyter using Vamos Deploy 1.3 Barcelona, which is our latest release. Jupyter, our test app, has two parts, a server side which runs on Linux and a UI which runs on Windows. So let's take a look at how we've got this set up in Vamos. So Vamos Grid Jupyter Dev. So this is the development grid that I've got set up. So I've got a list of applications, so everything that Jupyter needs. Python itself, some libraries, and the two Jupyter parts as well. Repos, so where I want it to run. Just got two, and properties, which are used by the applications as well. And they provide environment-specific settings. So when we deploy this grid, this Jupyter Dev grid, each of these applications will be deployed to each of the repos where the subscriptions match. So these are the subscriptions for the repo, and this column here is the subscriptions for the applications. So let's take an example. So this library Python requests has a subscription of all. So if I look at my repos, not too surprisingly, both have got the all subscription. Whereas if I look at Jupyter Server, that's got a subscription of Linux. And if I look at my repos, only the second one here has got the Linux subscription. So Jupyter Server will only be deployed to this one repo. So you can see here you can use the subscriptions to target your deployment of applications within your grid. Okay, so let's have a look at the Vamos dashboard. So here we've got the details of the grid that we've just been looking at, Jupyter Dev. You can see the same information here as well. Here are properties. On build 67 at the moment. And our applications and our two repos. So how would we have this set up in Jenkins? So here are our two parts, our Jupyter Server and our Jupyter UI. Let's have a look at the UI. You can see here we've just finished build 68. Let me kick off the next build 69 and let's see how it's configured. Here we are. So the first step, we run a build script which pulls down the UI code from GitHub and forms the package, it forms the build. The next step, we've got a bit of setup here. I save a copy of the grid as a pre-state, and I save a copy again at the end, down here, and I do a diff, just to show what in the Jenkins output what has changed. So this is the bit that makes the change. So we use Vamos CLI commands to create the application. We don't have to specify the actual version we want. We can allow Vamos to do that for us. What we do pass in is a format. So here I'm passing in the format 1.0. So Vamos will replace the plus plus with the highest number that hasn't been used yet. Okay. This command also grab the build directory, so the directory we've just built, and it will ask for a response in JSON format. And we want it in a JSON format because what we want to do is extract the application version that Vamos Deploy has decided upon. And we need that because on the next command here we're going to commit our application to the Vamos central file store. We need to do that because this build, this Jenkins build, is happening on a Linux box, and we actually want to view our UI on a Windows box. So we need to commit it to the central file store. The next command, we add a subscription to our application, and then we add the new version that we've just created onto our Jupyter grid. And now here we update the property so that in the window, the title of the window of our Jupyter UI will include the latest build version, just here. And once we've done that, we just deploy the grid and we wait for that to finish. And that's it. So let's have a look and see if our build is finished. And it has. Build 69 is finished. So Vamos Jump is the last component of Vamos Deploy that I haven't shown you. So this runs on your Windows desktop and enables you to launch your application UIs. So here I've selected the grid, Jupyter Dev, and I've got my application Jupyter UI. And if I launch that, and here we are. So this is the simple Jupyter UI that we've got, and you can see here that this is a build 69. So I can see that, yes, so that matches the build that we've just kicked off. So now I'm comfortable that we're testing the version which we have just built. So what's happened here is the Jupyter UI has contacted the Jupyter server. Jupyter server has gone to Google Finance and got a list of stock prices that I've asked it to get, and it's returned the data here. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show in this demo of how you can use Vamos Deploy in a CI setup using Jenkins. If you'd like to get in touch and ask me any other questions, please use the website or email me at nathan@vamosdeploy.com. Thank you for watching.